Correct. John, you look so much like your dad now, it's crazy.
You know, I don't see it at all.
Oh man, I see it.
I think I look more like my mom, you know, but my hair's turning gray. Used to be carrot red,
Yeah.
which I hated growing up. I wanted to look like the Beetle. I wanted black hair.
Right.
But yeah, just got carrot top all the time. And are you a boy or a girl? I got that all the time.
Yeah.
I wanted my hair longer. Which would be like short these days.
Well, you know, you direct quite a bit of horror, right? And that appeals to a certain type of folks. What do you think it is that keeps people drawn to horror and the paranormal and things that are unexplained?
Well, I think you have your own questions there. Kind of the unexplained, because the unexplained, and possibly the jolt of just experiencing that. Because, you know, I do a lot of monster movies that have, and they're not totally jump scare type movies, because I'm a big fan of the man in the rubber suit. That's it. From another era, I guess. But yeah, with big keys and all that kind of stuff. But I think as far as the paranormal, because actually I'm involved with a project right now that kind of involves the paranormal, a lot of clairvoyance, but I can't say what it is, which is.
You're such a tease.
Maybe if this was like a year from now, but I can't get the specifics, but it does involve that, you know, as far as reading people, and you could say some of that might be just living, because I don't know about you, but the older we get, the more we can we can see kind of what they're about, just from our you know the information we've gathered over the years in ourselves, but you know, so some people might call that clairvoyance too, but
I have a thought before
Yeah.
we go too far.
That's all right.
The question of why people like horror and the paranormal, and John said it, you answered it in that it's like a mystery. Our life is a mystery. Oh, I hear Donna's on. But my thought also on horror and paranormal is irreverence. There's a certain amount of like making fun of death that we like to do because we're so powerless against it.
Well, that's really good. That's deep. I like that.
let me write that down.
Yeah, I like that.
Eric can say that to somebody.
So let's go. You guys were talking that you know, as you get older, you have a certain more understanding or connection of being able to read people. Is it because, do you think, that we relate better to life and what other people have gone through or going through, that we're able to?
I think it's just the information we pick up along the way, because certainly we didn't do this when we were younger. So my dad would be like, you know, we'd bring a little friend home or something, or my brother, and he'd go, well, yeah, she's a prostitute. I'm like, Dad, yes.
Right.
But also on the topic of paranormal, Clue was psychic. As much as we want to attribute it to he could see patterns because he was older, and we can see things because we're older, we recognize signs of like this person's got this issue because they act a certain way, you know, just by body language, just things. But Clue was psychic. I have no doubt about that. My mom was psychic. She would have dreams. And I had a paranormal experience with my mother after she died. She was in the room calling my name the next morning. And John said I was dreaming, whatever, but I know the difference between a dream and what happened.
Well, see, we're like the two of us. Because after my dad left, I
Hey, John, scoot over a little bit.
constantly.
There you go. I can hear you better now. There you are.
Oh.
No. You know, after my dad left, I heard him call my name constantly. Because he was staying in another room outside, and my little editing room is next door. But I would hear him calling my name, and I sort of freak out. Now, I come up with all kinds of reasons that happened. Now, Diane, she's a believer. And so it's kind of, we kind of go through this, like, constantly, the two of us.
John believes in death and I don't, you know, I mean, I don't know what I believe in, but I don't believe that that's it. You know, I just don't.
Right. I'm with you on that. And you know, I had the exact same experience after my mother passed. You know, within a few hours, she came back to see me. And it was, I could hardly believe it, but man, I saw her. She talked to me, and then she was gone. Yeah.
My dad believed that his dad, when he passed, stayed around for a few days.
Well, you know,
You know,
that Clue was an amazing man. What a bunch of charisma. I mean, he was walking, talking charisma. If anybody could come back and leave an impression or say hello, I believe he could.
but you know, it kind of goes with the, I don't know, the Christian religion, you know, about, you know, living again, but also heaven. Now again, believer, skeptic.
Wait, when you said believe in heaven and Christian, I think that the Bible's metaphorical, and that heaven is the death is of our ego, and heaven is in connecting with God, not in like dying and going to heaven. Just thought I'd throw that out.
Interesting.
You ruined my point, man.
Oh, man.
No, I'm just saying, if I thought there was a way to see my parents again, I'd do anything to see them again.
Right.
With them again. You know, so I can see how that's definitely something that someone would want to, you know, be involved with. But
I have a
again,
friend who feels she can talk to the dead, and I've never actually connected up with her. She offered to, you know, connect with my mom and Clue and Miriam, and I've never taken her up on it because it's like I feel like anything that is that solid, I question.
Right, I understand. Have you
also,
ever?
like with many movies, if you disrupt the way things are, sometimes there's dire consequences. I don't know.
You know, and that's possible. That is a valid point. I wonder about that sometimes. If you disrupt the natural, will you be forced with the unnatural, you know? I don't know. Have you? Go ahead.
I just was curious about the people in the room, like what.
Oh, there's nobody here but me. Can you see other people?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Now I don't see you. Oh.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn it over to them and let them ask you a few questions. I'll be nearby if you need me, okay? All right, you guys, you're up.
No, I didn't want you to leave, George.
I'm not gone, I'm nearby.
Okay.
All right, guys, got a question for them? Anyone?
I have a question for you.
Okay, what's that?
I would wonder, the people in the room, like, what brought them here and what their like film references might be, if that's what brought them.
What brought you guys to the paranormal conference today?
You?
Me? They came to see me. No, I'm kidding. No.
I have a question.
Yes, what's your question?
We're looking at a man.
My daughter, I have the ability to sense things with my stomach,
You have ability to sense things with your stomach, okay?
but my daughter, she
Hey, guys.
actually sees things, and it scares her. She wishes that she could tap into it to maybe get a gift out of it in some way. How would she go about finding information to do that?
Did you hear that?
But it was hard to get the question. Can you repeat it, George? I can
Ask
hear
it
you.
one more time.
My daughter has
Maybe
the
she should come up here.
Yeah, come up here to the camera.
Come to the red chair.
All the light.
red chair. Okay, my daughter, she has the ability to see things that she would rather not, or hear from things that she would rather not.
I
But
hear a script.
she wants to tap into it to possibly use it as a gift, but she doesn't know where to go to try to do this. Do you have any idea how she could?
Well, we're filmmakers, so we're after the fact people. We like to explore other people's stories and,
Should probably.
yeah, and finding out
Hearing her.
her story and how she develops that, because it is a gift.
Yeah, we have the.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Should she reach out maybe to like
Yeah.
a psychic, or how they have the psychic where you set up an appointment and go in?
We had a
and-
friend on the site. We had a friend that used to work on the psychic hotline. Not that anymore. But where you would call in and try to find ways. Well, a lot of called in to find ways to make money. But our friend would tap into something and give people advice. With Michelle,
I have here in Los Angeles, and I think it's everywhere in the States. There's a community. There's a website that puts communities of like mind together. So it seems you could find a community that it has that gift and wants to explore it and develop it.
Right. Well, thank you.
Legends of Boggy Creek.
All right, anybody else got something? Dawn, I know you got something. Come on up here. Come on, buddy. Come, you. Come say hello. Ask them what movies they made. Ask them anything. I pick on him because I met him last night. Y'all say hi to Dawn.
Hey guys, everybody back there. So, I came in towards the tail end of what you
I don't
guys
know
were
if you
talking
can hear
about.
us, George, but it froze.
We can still hear you.
Still here? Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear me?
Frozen.
Let's see.
Oh, just popped out. There you are. In the black shirt. You just appeared.
I'm supposed to wait with one hand, they say not to.
Yeah, right.
That was somebody else that does. But, I came in on the tail end of what you guys were talking about, because we got walked in a little bit late, but the question I always have, when you're filming a movie, you may have already answered, do you have experiences while you're filming a movie? I mean, do things happen to you at that moment, or when you get home?
When you're making horror movies and things like that, does anything odd ever happen in the filming?
Well, probably not. Unfortunately, for this conversation, usually I'm so overwhelmed that I get up, I shower, I go to the set, stop and get a coffee, work, all day long, and by the end of it, I'm so tired, I just fall asleep for a few hours, get up, and just repeat the whole thing again. you know, at that point, you know, because I work on a lot of kind of low budgety sort of films. You know, they're not like the Tom Cruise or Matthew McConaughey films. But that's it. It's great. As far as any kind of, I don't think so. You know, just I was doing a thing on in a swimming pool, and it was just every day at 3 o'clock, even though it was sunny, everybody would just start shivering. I think that's just a natural phenomenon. But it was just,
Was that on Piranha?
it was.
Yeah.
And just you know, be in the water all day long, but come 3 o'clock, even though everybody would just start shivering. But I believe that was just a natural phenomenon having to do with water and the atmosphere. But it was every day.
Interesting. Any other questions, sir?
Just, you know, I was just gonna say, my uncle was Bobby Logan, and he's still producer in LA, Bob Logan. And
Yeah.
he produced the comedy with Leslie Nielsen and Linda Blair, Repossessed. And he said weird things happened, that was a comedy, but weird things happened during the things would fly off, cameras would just go out. Like he said they had a lot of issues even though it was a comedy, but it was based with Linda Blair. Anything with Linda Blair I'm sure is gonna be.
Yeah, probably interesting.
I'm still affected by the original one, so.
A lot of stuff has followed Linda, for sure.
That's probably
You know,
right.
I was a little kid, but when The Exorcist came out, you know, my parents had several friends that felt they had experiences, you know, I don't know if it was in the air or what, but a lot of crazy stuff, you know, like the devil and the wife out of the dead and the husband pulled her back on, all that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm supposed to make a remake of one of her movies.
Oh, Hell Night was great.
Yeah, so we'll see if we can get Leslie or somewhere. But, I just think as a band, you know, but we'll see.
Well, everybody in this room is now signed up as extras for your movie when you're ready. Okay? We're there for you, buddy.
I'm not sure where we're gonna make it now, you know?
Hey, there's a place called Mineola, Texas that would be great for that. I'll send you the address later.
I'd love to. You know, we've been in Oklahoma a lot making films.
Stop it.
For some reason, just when you think you're out, it sucks you back in.
Right?
But we love it. You know, we love being in the Midwest. And, being on set at all, being you know, on location is just such a great adventure.
Well, my parents went to Baylor, and so, you know, the flatland, you know, very appealing.
All right.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey is trying to get a thing where more actors start coming this way and more filmmaking come down this way. I mean, they've gone to Congress.
Woody
over
Harrelson.
it. And Woody's with him, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those guys, great.
All right. Anybody else have questions? Anything you'd like to ask or talk about? Come on, you got two great people here.
Black Dirt Man.
I will call on someone. Cliff, you're up. Come here, Cliff.
Everybody
I
get
don't
down.
have any
You're
questions.
filmmaking.
Huh?
Yeah, come on, Cliff.
You said what I wanted him to say. Get down here and film. Stop going to Oklahoma. I don't got anything.
I'll get you started.
I came in late.
Turn the camera on Cliff over there. All right, you guys ever been to an amusement park where there's an old cool train running around the park like Six Flags? The gentleman back there in the checkered shirt, he runs the trains at Six Flags.
Like the one at Knott's Berry.
Yeah, and he is also a filmmaker. He does documentaries, travel documentaries, and he's won a film festival.
One. Second place, 4 years running.
Yeah.
But John has an experience with Six Flags, right?
No, it was. When I was a kid on a little train called Susie Bell, and at a theme park in Oklahoma. But
His father and mother and he did the rodeo circuit when Clue was on hiatus from shooting the Virginian. They would go around the country and perform at rodeos.
Did you ever hear that one, Cliff?
I have not. I'll look that
The
up. though.
Virginian?
No, that, we know
Oh.
that, the
Yeah.
train you mentioned, at the bar.
I'll have to look the Susie Bell. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, Susie Bell. But then also, we do a lot of, we go to a lot of places, North Carolina and Florida and Texas, and they would have, in those days, they would still have locomotives and stuff, and you get on the train, and it's not really politically correct right now, but there would be, they would have Indians attack the train, and little kids pretending they were shooting is pretty bad. But it was pretty exciting when I was a kid. And of course, we're Native American, partly. But yeah, I still remember riding the locomotives and everything back then.
That's cool.
How about you, sir, down front? You got any questions or anything you'd like to talk about?
I can't think of anything.
Anybody else? Anybody
But
got
wait,
anything?
where is your train? Where is your train?
The one I operate at Six Flags over Texas.
Yeah, is it a big train or a little train?
It's a 3-foot narrow gauge.
Come back here where we can hear you.
He's coming where you can hear him. Hang on. I knew we'd get him up there. We start talking trains.
Just had to, didn't we?
Love ya.
Now I operate 2 3-foot narrow gauge locomotives. One,
Okay.
both of them are authentic steam. One was built in 1897, and the other one was originally born on October 1st, 1901.
Wow. And you go around the park?
Yes, sir.
You like it? That's great. I always tell people I told them in Oklahoma quite a few years ago, if you build a train, people will come and shoot on it. So that's because you need a train.
We even got one guy that he bought a season pass so he could come out and just ride the train whenever he wanted to. He rode it one day before we hired him. Now he rides it every day.
Well, it's pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Awesome. Thank you,
Any
Cliff.
paranormal experiences on the train?
Yes. We supposedly, I have never seen anything of it myself, but in the early 60s when the park first opened, the engineers were coming down the hill, and right next to a deep wooded area, they believed they saw a little girl standing out on the middle of the tracks. They slammed on the brakes and they jumped out to go remove her from the tracks, and she was gone. But they heard some rustling going off in the bushes. They thought they saw her again, so they chased after her, and she vanished right in front of them. This girl is come to be known as Annie. She would be seen or heard in the candy shop, which is very near to where the engineers first saw her. And the curtains would move in the dentist office above the candy shop. You could see the curtains move every once in a while. But I haven't had any experiences with her, but there's been a lot of sightings since the early 60s. She supposedly drowned in a creek way before anybody else was in the area. She was an early settler, supposedly. But it's all stories. We don't know for sure.
Well, it's kind of lucky for that dentist to be above a candy shop.
Yeah. Yeah, and his name is Oh I Hurt.
That's funny. What's the last film you guys worked on?
There's a Danny Trejo movie called Seven Cemeteries, and basically it's about a guy who has to get a little help a lady save her car from the bad guy, and so he has to round up his whole posse, but they're all dead. So he has to round up a bunch
So it
of
is a bit of paranormal.
bunch of dead people.
They're all dead people brought back to life.
That sounds like fun. My kind of movie.
A little, but
I think it is.
Yeah.
but yeah, it's fun. And it's not a huge budget movie. Kind of a semi-comedy, and Trejo's great, and yeah.
Awesome.
I don't know if you guys ever saw
What did he say?
Napoleon Dynamite.
The guy that played Pete, he's awesome.
Oh, Pedro's in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's actually a great actor.
Yeah.
But, you know, he does the comedies.
I love it. Questions? Anyone? Come on, be brave. Don't be scared. No? Anyone? Any questions? You guys got questions for us?
Go, Diane.
I got it.
Wait, we got one in the back here. Hold on. What you got?
If I knew somebody in the LA area, could I pass on their information to that person to get them involved in film?
Come on up here. I'll let you ask him directly.
I do.
Yeah, we can't.
Come on.
Can you ask him?
Hear you.
He said if he knew someone in the LA area, could he pass on their information to get them into film?
To get them into film. If we know someone who could get them into film. If we did, I'd be in more films.
In what respect?
I mean, they're already in the film, but just to help them out in any way that.
Like a young person?
Young person?
Yeah.
Young person, yes.
Like production or like a
Production, acting.
She's a medium. She's a medium.
She's a medium.
Well, I don't know, like as far as that goes. I don't know, it should be so specific, you know, as far as, you know, there's a company out, a huge company now called Blumhouse, that started with the paranormal movies, for like, any money, they just made this little movie, and it turned into kind of a phenomenon, and now they make all these big movies. They have one just coming out called which is kind of a thriller, but they branched into other things like the little robot girl Megan, but they all started with several paranormal movies that this guy Jason Blum made. But other than that, I wouldn't know as far as the medium getting into movies, other than just hang around with movie people.
Right.
Got there and acting, kind of in Dallas and places like that. But as far as out here, yeah, you just.
Well, you froze up again. Can
Probably
you?
just as good getting into production and being around people making movies and
Dry out.
and productions everywhere now, especially Georgia and Texas and Oklahoma. I know there's a lot of stuff going on in Oklahoma.
Right. All right, last chance, everybody. Questions? Anyone? Going once? Going twice? All right. Thank you guys very, very much for being a part of it. We appreciate you. It was very nice to have you.
Everybody froze.
That's okay. You're frozen too, but in a very nice way. Anyway, we want to thank you so much, John, Diane. You guys are amazing. Thanks for sharing your experiences. You're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, George.
I'll be in touch soon, okay?
All right. Okay.
Bye-bye, you guys.
Bye.